Suppose you graduate from high school. Let's say you just slide by. All right, now you got to find a job. Now, what kind of salary do you expect for a regular person?
$250 a week.
$250 a week?
Yeah.
Sit down. I'm going to give you $300 a week. Yes, indeed. $300 a week, $1,200 a month. All right?
Great, I'll take it.
Yes, you will. And I will take $350 for taxes.
Whoa!
Yeah. Now, because see, the government comes for the regular people first. Now, how much does that leave you with?
$850.
All right. Now, you've got to have an apartment because you are not going to live here. So, an apartment in Manhattan will run you at least $400 a month.
I live in New Jersey.
All right. Live in New Jersey, you've got to have a car.
I ride a motorbike.
You need a helmet. Figure $100 a month for clothes and shoes.
Figure 200. I want to look good.
Okay, so what's that leave you with?
$200. So no problem.
There is a problem. You haven't eaten yet.
I can get by on bologna and cereal. So I got everything I need plus $200 left for the month.
You plan to have a girlfriend?
For sure.
Listen, I'm gonna be in the nitty gritty of it. You know, I'm gonna have bologna and I'm gonna eat some oatmeal for the rest of my days. He said, I'm not gonna buy a vehicle. I'm gonna use a motorbike. You know, it's gonna be cheaper. And those are the types of real things that we have to think about. The other part of it is that that's not realistic, you know, because his dad was still throwing at him problems that he was gonna still face. He still needed a helmet. He really couldn't survive on that food. He wanted a girlfriend. So all of those things are the things that we're going to have to think about while we're here in college, while we're doing our day-to-day activities. There are going to be things that are expected and things that are unexpected. So if we can turn our attention to the back, and you guys can follow me, we'll play a little game. So you guys can gather here in front of this wonderful game board. The Office of Student Life decided that in order for us to teach you about financial aid, we wanted to make it fun. We don't want to just do a lecture style. We want you guys to actually interact, go through the college experience, your first semester here. We want you to learn about the credit hours and all of the wonderful resources that Awesome Community College offers to you. So, first things first. What I'm going to tell you about this game is that there are random pieces, okay? And since there's so many of you today, which we're so excited about, we're going to break you off into peers, okay? And one of you is going to serve as the interactive person that is going to deal with the money, the making of the decisions, so on and so forth. And the other person is going to be the mentor, okay? So if you can go around the table and you can say your name and your major here at ACC, and then you and the following person behind you is going to be your partner. So let's start on this side.
My name is Rashonda. My major is nursing.
My name is Bill. My major is nursing.
Awesome.
My name is Brittany, and my degree is medtech.
Awesome.
I'm Ilaria, business administration.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Nori, I'm studying a gardening major. I'm Chichi, and my major is nursing. My name is Bertha. goal is respiratory therapist.
Great.
My name is Samantha. My name is Sadie. My major is trauma.
I'm Weinberg. My major is electrical engineering.
My name is Aisha and my major is communication. And my name is Amanda and my major is criminology.
Yay! Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, you and the following person next to you on your left-hand side is going to be your partner, okay? So, if you guys can decide amongst yourselves who's going to be the interactive person and then who's going to be the peer leader. If I can have all the peer leaders raise your hand. Hi, hi. Raise your hand. Hi. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have, you should have, what? 6. Okay. Awesome. The rest of you guys that don't have your hands up, if you can step back for a second just so I can get a better view, that would help me a lot. Awesome. So, first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to have our wonderful banker, Miss Tanisha, actually distribute to you 4 important cards. One of the cards is the credit hour card. That credit hour card is actually going to describe to you what financial aid that you're getting out of your first semester and how much money you're going to receive back from your loans or your grants or what have you, okay? The second card is going to be the living arrangement card. That card will represent where you're going to be staying. You have to stay somewhere, okay? The third card is going to be the phone payment card. Each of us have to have a mode of communication, so that's what that will represent. And the last card is going to be a transportation card. So each group is actually going to get one of those cards that you're going to pick at random, okay? And that's going to represent you for that semester. Yes?
It was
Credit hour card, living arrangement card, phone payment card, and transportation card. Awesome. So while she's doing that, what I will have the other participant, who's going to be the interactive person, do is step forward and actually pick from this wonderful array of objects that will represent your team on the game board. Awesome, awesome. Okay. There are a couple of other things that I want to tell you guys about, and those are regarding the other cards that we have that are going to be available to you. Okay? Does everybody have their piece?
Yes.
Yes? Awesome. Okay. So the other cards represent some important things. Okay? One of which is a get out of jam card. Now that get out of jam card is actually a card that will help you should you run out of money during the course of this game, just like in life. We may need to take out some type of loan. So those get out of jam cards are actually going to help you throughout your time here on the game board, and also here at ACC. The Student Support Center will actually assist those students that are eligible, that are running into hard times. They'll assist them by providing them with hopefully some financial assistance. Okay? The other card is going to be a health insurance card. That comes to you at a cost of $300 here in the game, okay? Just like in real life, we have to have health insurance in case there are some medical emergencies. And on this game board, there are some medical emergencies. So should you not buy one of those cards before your turn, what will happen is if you land on a medical emergency space, you'll have to pay $500 if you're not insured as opposed to $300. Last but not least is the green bus pass. The Green Bus Pass is representative of the Green Bus Pass that we offer here at Austin Community College. Austin Community College provides each student with a free bus pass that you have to go and pick up from the cashier's office every semester. Okay? And then there's a wonderful student life card. These student life cards are offered to you throughout this game. Should you land on an active participant card space, and I'm going to call it that because I feel like you guys are going to play active roles during your time here at ACC. You're going to go to the learning lab, you're going to pass your exams, you're going to reach your goals. And should you land on a wonderful space that says you passed your exam, it's going to indicate to you that you need to pick up a student life card. The only stipulation with the student life card is that you have to not look at the back of it and what your reward is until the very end of the game. Okay? Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
Are there any questions?
Yeah.
Yes.
They feel like when we are doing it, because you have Miss T helping you right now. Somebody gonna help us.
You're going to pick a banker out of the group that you have. So one person, one student is going to be the banker.
So I'm a student.
Yes. Get that? So you'll pick that person before the video ends. You'll quietly go up to them and pick them.
So I would suggest when the students are first coming in, you have that 5-minute window. I would suggest picking a banker, like one of the first ones that comes into the room, so that at that point you can start explaining their duties to them. And to make that whole process easier that Ms. Candace just did, I would just have the cards lined up in a row. So those first 4 cards that I handed each of you, I would just have those lined up for the banker and say, banker, can you give everyone the first 4 cards? That's what we're going to talk about first. The next 3 cards we'll talk about. That makes sense.
And one thing that we went over on Friday that made it a little bit easier is that we actually had another space for the banker to work out of. Although they're going to be walking around and distributing money throughout the game, what we wanted to do was make sure that this was a clear space. So where the game board is set up, it's clear. Okay, so it's a little less chaotic. People aren't walking up to the banker should they have to. Okay. Anything else? Yes.
When you land on a healthcare thing, if you bought a healthcare card, you don't have to pay anything, right? Because you already paid your $300.
You gotta get reimbursed.
Yes. That is the case. Yes.
Do it, Chi. Good one. Oh, the get out of jam card, because we never had to use it before. This is the first time I'm seeing it, so we use it.
No.
So when do you use it?
As I explained, the Get Out of Jam card is offered to any of the groups that may run out of money at any time. So it's a loan. Just like Student Support Center, they actually offer students some financial assistance. That Get Out of Jam card is a representative of that. The only thing with this is that this is a loan and it has to be paid back. Okay, so essentially you're adding it to whatever school debt that you have at the very end of the game.
Yes, okay. So I was wondering, Tisha was about to use the card, and I think that's a really good idea because if the banker had set up the table as like the card to like go, like to pass around, wouldn't that be better? We could do that, right?
If your campus is equipped with a card, then most definitely you can use that. But the reality of the situation is that most campuses won't have a card like that to move around with. Okay, so that's why I suggest that you have them on a separate desk or a separate chair and have them line up their money and the cards there.
At Round Rock, I just use a table. So whatever you have available.
Yeah. Yes.
Can we get a bus pass right here?
You can get a bus pass as soon as we start. So the next thing that I'll have you guys do as groups, individual groups, is take your object and place it on one end or the other. One end represents a certificate degree, and a certificate degree is actually a smaller version of a program. You're just getting certified in something like being an automotive technician or doing something in that type of vocational field. The other end represents an associate's degree. So those are the 2-year degrees that you have to attain here at ACC, and then whether or not you want to transfer after that or go to get your bachelor's, and you can do so. So please pick which end your group is going to be starting on. Okay, now what I'm going to have our banker do is distribute $200 to each group. Because you all are here at the orientation program, the next tile from the starting point actually represents attending time. Okay, and so you get $200 as a reward reward for doing that. And what I will say is that you are an active participant. You guys took the first step. You came to live orientation. You're attending talk. You're learning about the things that ACC has to offer you, and you're learning about new people. Okay, so welcome. So if your active player can move the piece to that tile that represents attending talk, that would be great. Okay? Awesome. So if we can have, actually, let's make this fun. I want a name for each of your groups. This will help me to distinguish who you are. So if the two of you and your partner can come up with a group name, that would be awesome. I'm going to give you 60 seconds to do so. All right. I'm going to start on my left-hand side.
We're the orange highlighter.
The orange highlighter. Okay. Like that highlight things in life.
We're
Yes.
the bunny birds.
The bunny birds.
That's
Oh, bunny and beaver. That's what I'm talking about. Be creative. Yes. Powerpuff Girls. Oh, yes. Flying through the sky. Nice. The Latin princesses? Latin. Oh, okay, saucy over there.
Cheers.
The cherries. Nice. The cherries this morning. Good.
Our top rock.
Top Rock. Y'all from Round Rock? Yes, yes. Round Rock in the house. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So if we can start with the orange highlighters, and we can have,
You're gonna need, or the menu. Credit hours. Yeah, but there's.
I'm sorry. I forgot about the most important thing. We need to know who you are and what you're doing here. So if we can have the orange highlighters share with us their credit hour card, what it says.
Your award is subsidized loan of $1,700 and unsubsidized loan of $2,000. After tuition, 9 credits and fees are paid out of district, collecting $41.
Awesome. So that means that you took out 2 loans during your first semester. So, all right, let's keep that in mind. Let's keep in mind how much debt we have during the course of this game and how much debt we're accruing, okay? Just because you're getting cash back doesn't mean that you really have money, okay? Can I have another group volunteer to share with us their credit hour card that has grants? Is there anybody here that has grants? Or work study? No, none at all? Okay. So, nobody has grants.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
We
That's-
have horribleness.
You got what? Okay, let us have the Powerpuff Girls share with us how much they took out in loans and how much they're getting back.
Well, we were awarded a subsidized loan of $1,750 and an unsubsidized loan of $1,000 in tuition. After tuition has been paid, 6 credits and fees out of district, you're supposed to collect $1,250.
Okay, so you're out of district tuition. So there's a difference here. You guys need to note that if you live out of ACC district and the district that you live in doesn't pay taxes to ACC, then you're going to have out of district tuition versus students that pay a lesser price because they do live in district. Okay. All right, if I can have 2 groups volunteer for me and let me know what their living arrangement card reflects. Yes.
We live in a private dorm and our rent is $800.
Wow, that is a fancy dorm. Y'all better live it up over there. Okay. With the plasma TV? Oh, 60-inch? Yes. Okay.
We live in a hostel and the rent is $60.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Different living arrangements that we have to think about, okay? Thinking about the choice as to whether or not we're gonna live in a private dorm and it's gonna cost more money, or if we're gonna live somewhere that is gonna cost us less. Okay. So next, we're gonna start our games, okay? And if there's anything that I remember as we continue to go along that you guys need to know, I'll definitely let you know. One thing that I can think of off the bat is that if you land on a space that's occupied, what you need to do is move forward to the next free space, okay? As you play this game, you may encounter that, so just keep that in mind, okay? And if you have any questions, just stop us. So one at a time, we're going to send our peer leader up to the wheel to actually spin the wheel, and then we're going to have our active participant actually come up and move the object, okay?
Wait, can I get a bus back now?
It's not your turn yet, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the orange highlights.
Alright. Go for it. Who goes there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Clapping. Thanks.
Woo! Let's show some recognition, some love.
Something went
That's
wrong.
all right. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Oh, come on.
Come on.
That's
One
good.
more.
One. All right, that's a good number. Let's start off with
Teacher,
caution.
get 100.
Go ahead, move the piece. All right, can you read to us the space that you landed on?
Good. Attend welcome week, first week of semester, and win a prize of $100.
Awesome. So you attended wonderful welcome week with the Office of Student Life, so you get $100 as a prize. That's awesome. Next group.
Cheating.
It's fine. Just spin it.
Cheating. No one told me. No one told me.
Oh.
9. Awesome. So move your piece 9 spaces.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Work study video.
Now, did you get work study funding? I'm sorry, you don't get paid. But that's okay. You have to pay. It's a safe spot. Next group. You guys would like to buy a bus pass.
Yeah.
Please. Or you guys would like to get a bus pass. What is your mode of transportation?
A bike.
You have a bike? Okay. This is free of cost. One space. That's okay. You're all right.
1?
1. Is that space occupied?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll move to the next space. So what
get
does
a
it say?
free bus pass and an SO.
Wow, so look at you. You are already being proactive. So our wonderful banker will provide you with an SO card.
Yes, ma'am.
Next. Very good.
Speak with an advisor, get an SL card.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Now, it's very important for you guys to note that while you're here at ACC, there will be times when you're required to speak with your advisor, and then there will be times when you have a question and you want to know the answer to it. And it will be very important for you to play an active role and actually go speak with your advisors if there's some clarification you need. Next. And just keep in mind, as we're playing, if we should run out of time, don't fear. We will count up your earnings and your winnings at that point, and we'll pick a winner. Okay?
Spin again.
Spin again.
We want to get bus pass and health insurance.
Okay, they're buying a bus pass and health insurance.
Okay. Very good. 1. That's okay. 1 is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yay.
Oh, attend welcome week. The first week of the semester, win a prize, collect $100. Yes! The bank's about to go bankrupt with y'all. Next.
We're gonna get some insurance and buy some. Oh, get a bus pass.
Being proactive, buying health insurance. Very good. Very, very good. that's in between, it's leaning to the 8. Let's go with 8. Let's see what that gets.
Pass my exam.
See, that 8 got y'all something good. That's your exam.
part.
And just keep in mind that every ACC campus is equipped with the Learning Lab. And if you should need help with studying or finishing your assignments or something like that, there are wonderful tutors that are available to you. It's free of cost, so please go ahead and take some time and visit our Learning Lab. Next.
I want to do something very original. I want to buy a bus pass and health insurance.
Health insurance, that's real original. Okay, you think outside the box there. Yes. Who's going to be spinning?
Or you can go.
I don't hear anybody cheering anybody on. Oh, okay, 7, that was a great spin. Let's move the piece.
Okay.
7 spaces.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, you lost your ID card.
Pay up,
If
pay up.
any of you should ever lose your ID card, please visit the Office of Admissions and Records, and you just have to pay
we gotta give you a
$4.
problem.
I know it may not seem that great, but it's, I mean, I just have to pay $25, so it's awesome. Yes, ma'am.
When we started the game, you said have a active participant and what was the other?
Peer leader.
Peer leader.
Mhm.
Okay, so the active participant is the one who moves,
Uh-huh.
and the peer leader is the one who spins.
Mhm.
Bill.
Ooh, shade. That was shade. Okay.
You know, it'll make it run smoother. It'll make it
Yeah.
run smoother. That's why we did that. Remember?
Can you repeat that? Because he did.
Bill, when we started the game, I'm sorry, when we started the game, she asked for which one's going to be the active participant. We raised our hand, and the other one's going to be the team lead, the peer lead. So the active participant is the one who moves,
Okay.
and the peer lead is the one who spins.
All right.
That way it keeps everything in order.
And encourage them to be up and ready to go. Like she's
Yeah.
Yes.
who's the
Right, so we know who's next.
Yeah.
Brittany, you should be at the table.
Alrighty. Spin, spin, spin.
Yay!
Nice! Awesome.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ooh, rent and mortgage too.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's that bill look like?
$60.
$60.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I'll take your money.
The
I'll take
bank
your
will gladly take it. Okay, go ahead.
The banker likes to take your money, but she doesn't like giving it away.
The change. She needs a tip, y'all. Get the bank is good.
Yeah.
6 spaces. Oh, work study payday. Were you awarded work study?
Aw.
It's just okay. It's
Second
okay.
time.
Too bad.
Next, let's go. That was a nice spin.
Woo, yeah.
Two.
So meet professor, get a student line card.
Look at you. Extra student life card.
Thank you.
That's
That's
very
a
good.
3. I think it's like a 3.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Visit the cashier's office to get a free bus pass.
I like the sound of that.
I like this.
One already.
What's our next week gonna get? What's y'all have?
Okay, whammy, no whammies, whammy, no whammy.
No whammies.
No whammy.
Come on, bring it back a louder than this. Y'all are playing. One. I think that was a nice one. Oh, medical emergency, pay $500 if uninsured.
We have insurance.
Ooh, y'all have insurance? Yes. Next group, let's go.
They renewed the force at the bank.
Ooh,
She went to lunch.
yes. She had to.
Wow.
She is.
I know it. You just
That's
hold
what
it.
I got.
She is a game of life.
Okay.
Okay, 4.
Look, Bill, if anybody
Buy school supplies, pay $20. If you ask me, that's cheap.
Yeah.
$20 for school supplies?
I'm excited.
Go ahead.
$500 bill, give them nothing.
See?
One. Oh, y'all
You
just
guys
coming out of
have
pocket. Dang, y'all about to gain some money over there. These students are making y'all rich.
I know.
Go TT!
You better spin that wheel.
TT, spin it!
Spin the wheel.
Not breaking.
Yes, this is an antique. Vintage.
Old-fashioned.
One. That's okay. One is good.
Oh, it's not good.
Wow. One was not good in this case, but that's okay. Credit card payment due, pay $200. Now, one thing that you'll notice as a first-time college student is that you'll get a lot of solicitations from this X credit card and that X credit card, and they really try to pull you in. Do not believe the hype. Don't apply for a credit card unless you
We're so
absolutely need it.
But, one, there's somebody there. So we move on, there's somebody there. Child care
Wow.
assistance.
Child care assistance program. You guys today are
They
at
got no
wonderful
kids.
Eastview campus, and
They got
the
no kids.
Eastview campus actually houses the
Sir.
child care assistance program. So if you are eligible financially, then you may receive assistance for your children.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so if there's somebody there, we get that, then we
You move forward to the next available space.
No.
Why is that backwards? 1, 2, 3, 5, and 4.
Those are the ones
Spin
that
again.
fell out.
Because those are the ones that go.
Spin it.
Hey! Woo! It's a nice number.
That wasn't a spin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Work study payday.
No,
If
like,
you have
we did not get a award.
Sorry.
Oh, so close, just so close.
Right.
You were.
It's been 32 minutes.
Woo!
Let's go, let's go.
Deal or no deal?
Wrong game, wrong
I
game.
don't care, I know this is good.
That's a 6. Let's go with 6. All right, form a study group. Yes, we did. So what we're gonna do at this point, guys, because we're running out of time, I would love to finish the game, but we're gonna have each group actually count up the amount of cash that they have in their hands, and actually look at those SL cards and add that to the amount of cash that you have. Okay? No, you don't need the cash. Just count out how much it was. Yeah, those are IOUs.
Okay, I have a question.
Do we have a board that we write how much each team?
Yeah, we definitely do. Look at our wonderful banker who has now transitioned. She needs a writing utensil. We'll take one of these.
Yes!
All right.
So how do we know?
Okay, orange highlighters. Yes.
So because we didn't finish the game and there's the SO cards at the end, does anybody ever get it unless we just finish?
Whoever had high.
If we have some time. Yeah.
Okay, so
Good
group
word.
one.
At the end of the game, right?
Yes.
What are we counting?
You're counting the amount of cash that you have in your hand and how much the SL cards are worth.
What is the SO?
The SL card, if you collected any of these wonderful cards, because you were an active participant, look at that.
Okay, do we add up like if it says like you guys have to like offer you $300 something like that? Do we
No,
add
you
that?
don't add up health insurance
Okay.
or green benefits.
All right.
And you're gonna add up not only the cash that you have in your hand, but also the debt that's on your credit hour card. Because remember, you still got
You
debt.
still have
So
that.
you're gonna have a column that has cash and debt. You're gonna have two columns that say
Okay.
cash and debt. Okay, team one.
Guys, action.
Do you guys? Okay, who is ready?
We are.
Okay, let's start right here. How much?
We have
What's your team name?
You're gonna know it.
No, that's enough.
They said it. Yes, they did.
We have $1,450.
In cash?
Yes.
Well,
And then-
and then for our debt is 17.
Huh?
We're in debt of $250.
Yeah.
Sorry,
you are.
teammates,
That's it.
Oh, charities, we have $2,050 and we owe,
2050.
we owe $950 at the end.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties with the pen.
To be on the board.
oh, got it.
So keep in mind that if you guys have dry erase boards, you want to write the team name. That's why I asked you guys to name your team.
We are still at the princesses.
Yeah.
We have we have $1,650 cash in hand, and our debt is $1,750. So we owe $100.
We at the top of girls. We have book. We have very book. We have $970 in cash, but we owe $2,750. So yeah, we're book.
We don't have much power.
Y'all can still apply.
No,
Okay.
no, yeah, so no.
What's your group name and how much money do you have?
I think our name was
The
Bunverse.
Yeah, Bunverse.
It's
Bunverse. Yes, that thing. And
That thing.
so we collected $1,000 from our scholarship, and then our debt $840. Yes.
So that's 160. So you had a scholarship.
Yes,
So
1,000.
you're not in there at all. Yeah.
You guys were not?
You got a scholarship?
Or low receiving top 2%
Yeah,
scholarship.
you got
Yeah,
a
so
scholarship,
it's a
so you're
scholarship.
not.
You don't have to pay. That brings up a wonderful point, that you do not have to pay back scholarships nor grants. You will pay back your loans though. And last but not least,
Oh, well, we asked
Yeah,
for
What are you doing? We can't even hear it.
I think we owe 1,400. Is that right?
no,
Okay.
that's definitely not. You would owe 3,700.
We are so
We're
right.
so proud. I can't love you.
They were really
I
old.
have right here, no, give me that money.
What's
Yeah,
your
we
debt?
broke.
Oh, not the money, I'm sorry. We have in total of $1,520. I have a studio apartment, if anybody wants that.
You're trying to auction off stuff.
1,000 square feet.
Okay, so drum roll please. And the winner is? The Bunverse. All right. And the reason why they're winning is there are tons of scholarships. There are tons of scholarships that are available to you as a student, so please take advantage of it. Visit your financial aid office. Make sure that you ask the questions that need to be asked. How you can get free money. There is such a thing as free money. Free money. Can we say free money? All right. So if I can have two volunteers share with me really quickly, what were some of your fears while you were playing this game? What was some of the anxiety that you were experiencing? Rashonda?
My main fear was getting stuck on something where I had to pay something back according to my loan.
Yes. Hard competitions.
Yeah.
Paying my rent. I do not want to have to pay rent. $800.
Yeah.
I don't even pay $800.
Private dorm. See, those private
Y'all got a date something?
amenities. Very good. Well, I thank you guys so much. I hope that you learned a lot. If you have any other further questions, please visit your nearest financial aid office. There's one on every campus. And thank you for being here.
One more thing at the end, when they're totaling their debt and versus their cash, don't necessarily make them like count what the difference is, because everybody's not good at that. We just want to see the visual on the board.
Got
It's negative, whatever, so
And you want to, you have this much in cash, but remember, you got these loans over here. That's basically what we're trying to
So we calculate it.
You don't have to necessarily calculate.
We'll have
That's
to
not the
find the
main
winner.
difference. I mean, that's
So
not
there
the
is no
main-
winner.
The
Well,
winner
this
is who
what we
has
said
this
about
money.
the cash,
Yeah.
not necessarily the debt. We just want them to see, remember, you're accruing this debt over the
Yeah.
semester. You got
So
this
just-
cash at the end of the semester, but you took out these loans. So it's just a visual of it.
Got it.
Yes, ma'am.
So, say that we're playing this game and we're paying all the stuff, but we accumulate student life cards, and then at one point we don't have no money. Can we cash in our student life cards instead of getting on a jam card?
Because student life, I owe
And just to point out, that session and what we did was about 35 minutes. So that was, so it will flow, it will flow. So you probably won't finish in your session unless you have like a small number. But again, the point is not to finish because then you got all of those things. So what Miss Candy said was right on time, about 35 minutes.
Awesome.
So that, when you started out, that whole presentation is for the game show, you go into your introduction. And then, yeah.
And
So that's it.
if you guys remember what I had said a couple weeks ago when we went over the game initially, I told you guys to be studying the instructions. And what I did, I didn't have the instructions in front of me. I didn't know. I was like going off the cuff. I remembered. So take out the key component and remember those things that you have to relate to the players. Okay?
Awesome.
You shouldn't have to have them.
So a big part too of your session that day is gonna be what? Instructions. So the more clear you are on your instructions, the smoother everything else will go. So don't feel like you're in a rush. If you're like, oh my gosh, this is taking a while. A lot of that session will be the instructions so that they understand and kind of giving them feedback on, oh, you leaned on this, you leaned on that. So that's the important part of it. So the more clear you are in your instructions, the better it will run, right? Okay. So who is doing Money Matters tomorrow? Me. Okay. Who else? Who got there?
Who's my partner?
Besides you, last year, you have